Well, my goodness, that was a little bit of an ordeal. So I'm 36 minutes late for the live. Uh, had to redo the whole thing. Somehow I got myself into the stream, and then it apparently it crashed, and I could not figure it out. Called my friend in the United Kingdom, woke him up, and he got me live here. So we're back. All right. This is to talk about the notice of liability, which I just went over in the last video. We'll do this again. So this is just a one-page document, and you come into court. You do it in your state. You all should know this part, the verification and the notary jurat. And this is what you're dealing with. These are the statements that you want to put in there. Constitutionally, I am a free man by nature. And I don't think you need to worry about woman if you're female, because man is male and female. It covers both. However, if you want to put woman, that's perfectly fine too. The next statement is I am not property. The next, oh, now you can make that a little better than I did. I am not property to be administered. I am married, so I'm the property of my wife, and she's my property. That doesn't mean we administer each other. That means we can claim each other, right? So technically, I am property, but not property to be administered would be a better phrase. So this was my original, and I have not upgraded it yet. But since I've been talking about it a lot, it gets me thinking, right? So, uh, and then when I think, I try and figure things out. How can it be better? So that's one thing. However, there's nothing detrimental to me in my document. I guarantee you that. So we'll just make it the best we can make it, right? All right. I am not property to be administered. I am not in contract with the state, comma, or any agency, comma, department, comma, or division within or of the state. The next statement, no entity nor man has title over, comma, or, comma, ownership of a free man. Next statement, administering a free man is repugnant to his freedom, comma, liberty, comma, happiness, comma, privacy, comma, security, comma, and life. The next statement, I have not been declared incompetent. Now, some people get a little concerned and say, oh, I don't know if I would say that. Then they're going to come get you and take you in. And I say, no, I don't think so. They need a jury, grand jury, to make that happen. Somebody's got to come forward with testimony, evidence, information that would cause them to say, oh, he is a danger. We think we better get him evaluated. He could be a danger. We better get him or her evaluated, right? That just ain't going to happen. So, all right. So I'm going to start at the top. Now, this, you come into court. Comes now affant, one of the people in Michigan, as seen in the Michigan Bill of Rights, Article 1, Section 1, Michigan Constitution. G. Juris in this court of record do make the following claims: notice of liability and common law. I declare and adamantly affirm the following: you may wish to provide care. In the event this is a stop, you now have 2 minutes to make your decision. I will not be detained willingly. After the 2-minute time period expires, your insistence or demand on my detention and or any other requirement of me is under duress and protest to, and of trespass of my rights. Now, there's a couple of words here where I put a S on the end in brackets. So I'll say the word and then I'll say S in brackets so that you're with me, all right? A trespass upon my right, S in brackets, by you, comma, or comma, by you and cohort, comma, will bind to incurring penalty, S in brackets, upon one and all, comma, individually, comma, personally, comma, professionally, comma, and, comma, is equally and additionally binding upon a department, comma, division, comma, agency, comma, association, comma, or organization bearing responsibility for the individual, S in brackets, or personnel, S in brackets, duty, conduct, and or action, S in brackets. All right. Then we say a trespass upon my, no, first trespass, minimum fee and charge 100,000 and charge of treason. Second trespass, minimum fee, charge 200,000 and charge of treason. Third and subsequent trespass, minimum fee and charge 1 million US dollars and charge of treason. All right. We'll also say you have been noticed by one of the people. Please take further notice. I retain all rights to remedy and surrender none. And I say, may God bless you and your day. Amen. I am just a little bit rattled because I just spent a half an hour scrambling because I made a mistake and couldn't get my live to go live. And so I think I did a better job of going through this in the previous video where we talk about putting your vehicle into private. So I'm going to suggest you watch that one as well. Getting your vehicle into private. If you've watched that one, you've already got this part. So now I made a change on this as I was reading it. I said third and subsequent trespass. On mine, it just says third. I couldn't imagine when I created this that anybody would be foolish enough or apparently desperate enough to go beyond three. But here in Kalkaska County, these people are, I could use a lot of different words and they would all be correct and they would all fall short of describing these people. All right. So I've actually lost count of the trespasses and the attacks. They just keep coming. Excuse me. Right now, I'm getting heavy attacks with trolls, and I guess you would call it cyber attacks. My website was hacked. I get trolled heavy in text messages and chat channels, and it's just to distract me. But I'm not distracted. It's just part of what we're dealing with, right? All right, so I am the executive manager for the state of Michigan in a state of emergency. I have been since this summer. You see, because of my discoveries, how cannabis is healing for the body, and I prove it with visual, measurable evidence. And I have an issued United States patent And that took a long time, many years. And over the course of those years, government has been doing a lot to subvert it, quash it, kill it, to prevent you from having it. So I've put a class action, and every free man and woman, you're getting $10 a day. And all that are incarcerated, they're getting 100,000 a day. We need a jury. We need to get this done. We need to free these people. Freedom and liberty is paramount to happiness. So we're going to stop living like slaves, and we're going to own our authority. Now, this notice of liability, what makes it so powerful is when you take it to your sheriff's office and you serve it on the department. You walk into that lobby, they got camera and audio, should be rolling. If you ever need to make a FOIA request, I would take my camera and a witness. I would record it and have a witness there witnessing you delivering it and recording it. Now it's served on the sheriff. Who's the sheriff? Sheriff is the highest law enforcement officer. That's fact. You're also going to give the sheriff an order. Now you can choose to do this verbally, or you can do it verbally and serve him a piece of paper as well. You're going to order the sheriff to contact all the bylaw police, city police, village police, township police, state police. And it's his job to educate them to the fact that road piracy in his county has come to an end because he's been educated and he doesn't want to get a treason charge. See how powerful that is? That's really powerful. Now, here in Kalkaska, apparently the sheriff is so dirty, he couldn't even accept a remedy. And he should have arrested the prosecutor. And I'm sure he gave all that paperwork to the prosecutor for some advice. The prosecutor resigned, boot scoot boogie. Last day was July 31st. I served the paperwork June 28th. I think I got my dates right. They can't be off by much. June 28th and July 31st. That's how long it took for the prosecutor to resign and be gone. I hope he's enjoying his last few days of freedom, because we are going to arrest the sheriff and the undersheriff, and we are going to take control of the Kalkaska County Sheriff's Department, and we are going to get a new sheriff in there who will do his duty. I've given an order for arrest and detention of some very bad actors. I've given the evidence. I have held court in many of these cases. And I won. Now it's time for justice to be served. I am entitled to restitution, and they need to pay for their crimes. So, been trying to figure out how we're going to do this. It hasn't been easy. But it is now. So, as I was saying a little bit earlier in the previous video, thinking about KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Well, you aren't stupid. I don't want to talk to you that way. And I think a much better way to say that and really get the meaning out is keep it stupidly simple so that stupid people can understand it. Because we are dealing with a lot of dumb down. And we're dealing with the Neanderthal knuckle dragger, own my respect my authority type people, right? The hall monitor from high school, all of that kind of stuff. Well, I'm reading a comment here. All right, I got a question. Create a blank motion for restitution, notarize and serve it on him. Is that how it would be handled? Oh, well, victims are to be advised of their constitutional rights. Um, let's see. I've got my favorite Constitution pages here. Uh, this is really interesting. See, you're entitled to restitution. Now that would come from the judge is the judges, the jury, right? That would come from them. So this one right here, I got it highlighted. To be informed of victims' constitutional rights. So what I did was I went into the sheriff's office and I explained to him that when his deputies and Sergeant King of the Michigan State Police, better known as TNT, the Traverse Narcotics Team, came and raided my business establishment, raided my home, stole my vehicles, my guns, my cash, ignored a court order to seize everything marijuana related, left about 95% of what they were supposed to take. I was the victim, and I was never advised of my constitutional rights. And I want returned what they took from me. Now, since they sold the vehicles and the guns, they can't give me back my vehicles and my guns. Now, I might have difficulty purchasing guns because of the way the system is, and I don't have to go into all that. I'm a criminal, right? Well, my fiction's a criminal. Yeah, my fiction is a criminal. So I want to buy a gun for me, not for my fiction. This whole thing is so stupid. So I hope that answers your question, Josh. Truly, it would be up to the jury. Now, here, this one, it says right here, this one little line right here, the right to restitution. Now, that's under Section 8A, rights of victims of a crime. So, since the crime happened, including what they did to me in court, that was a crime. And so I gave them notice and a demand and a notice of liability. So for $25,000 and two pistols, a pocket carry and a holster carry, and they took a over/under shotgun rifle. So either over/under shotgun rifle or a shotgun and a rifle. $25,000, and I'd have been happy. That would have that was the remedy I asked for, fair and reasonable. Just give me back equal what you took. I won't worry about the loss. Let's just move on, right? Sheriff don't want to do that, even though I am safer when I have arms for defense. I'm more secure when I have food in my belly. Yeah, and that's a sheriff's duty. to provide protection and security, not to be a road pirate. So he absolutely has to be replaced. Now, I did a 2-hour talk the other day. I explained why I can do this. I'm not going to do that now. We're going to talk about how we're going to do it. So I've been talking with some sheriffs, and it's obvious that we got to give a couple of these sheriffs a little education, but we're just going to do it with a kiss. Keep it stupidly simple. So, since I've had a couple of conversations, I already know where their mental blocks are. And I know where the power is. And I know how to create the documents. So we're gonna be meeting with the sheriffs in the surrounding counties. And as long as they are honorable men, they will do their duty and they will understand that it comes from the people with all power and that there is evil that needs to be dealt with. There are crimes that need to be dealt with. There are guilty people that need to be dealt with, and there are a lot of innocent people that are prisoners that need to be released. And all humanity is being denied health, good health, in lots of ways. Not just my discovery, okay, but mine is all I need. And I got the proof. Visual, measurable, repeatable. Science can't do it. They spent $1.8 billion to try and do it another way and put me in jail the exact same month after ignoring my evidence. And then government attack after government attack after government attack. And no matter, I contact Jack Bergman, congressman for my district, talk to Gary Peters, legislator, okay, Governor Snyder, Scotty over there at Governor Whitmer's office. I write an open letter. I got a website. I got the pictures. I got the proof. It don't matter to these people. Nothing matters to them. The Constitution doesn't matter to them. The only thing that's going to matter to them is when they get taken into custody and they have to face a jury of their peers. And when the rest of these parasites see it's happening, things are going to change real fast. Real fast. So I got the paperwork. I want to say it's done. But I'm going to do a little bit more review, do a little bit more thinking. And we're not playing. This is going to happen fast. I had hoped for the 4th of July. June 28th is when I served that paperwork on the sheriff. Governor Whitmer should have been in custody by the 4th of July, and we should have been having a real good celebration about our freedom. So maybe it'll be something for the new year, right? I always look over the paperwork. Good thinking. You're right, Josh Eddy. So, this isn't such a big deal either. Like, you know, I held court with virtually everyone in a matter of weeks. I beat the DEA in a matter of weeks in court. I beat the United States Patent and Trademark Office within a matter of weeks in court. I beat Gretchen Whitmer. I beat Susan Corbin, Director of Michigan Unemployment, and administrative law judge. Lindsay something, I think, and examiner Connor Clemens. Oh, yeah. And who else I beat in court? Well, Patrick Whiteford, Kalkaska County Sheriff, and his deputy sheriff, Mr. Wagner II, and a jail sergeant. Yep. So you see, with an attorney, a bar attorney, all I'd have done is spent thousands and thousands, probably tens of thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands, just to get to that point of filing, and be years and years. Years. You see some of these cases go on for 10 years, and then the guilty one gets off on a technicality, and the attorneys got rich in the process, and there's justice served. You see, the bar, they have infiltrated everything. So the bar is to stand down and get out of the people's business. The sheriff was to have arrested, I believe it's Robert Buchanan. I believe that's the name. And I may have that. I'm hooked up to this wire. I think I got them right here. Maybe. No, that's Susan Corbin. See, I got to do a video. I got to talk about Michigan unemployment and all that went on there, because I've talked about this before, but I won my patent after it being denied. That cost several extra $1,000 and more time. So I got notice of allowance late in November, and I had been collecting the pandemic unemployment, which I very much entitled to. Now I got a notice of allowance. I got about 90 days. I got to come up with money for the issue fee. If I don't pay the issue fee, the patent doesn't issue. I also got to come up with money to file another patent, a continuation patent, because I have many patents in the original patent. And they only do, well, I can't say they only do. We did one, and the others, they have the priority date all the way back. So there are several more to follow through on, and I'm pending on one right now, as I had a court case with the patent office and won. Isn't that something? Oh, 46th District Court here. They decided they wanted to administer me. Ordered me. Anyways, I beat the county clerk in court. And I was nice to her, I was. I think she's probably just a good person trying to do her job. But these other people, they've been just flat out attacks, and I hit them back hard. Well, that should have been the end of it with the Kalkaska County. But like I said earlier, they just don't know how to end it, right? So the judge, like I keep saying, you can't fix stupid. The judge wasn't involved. And the judge decides to get involved and send me something in the mail calling me a juror, lying, saying that per my request to be excused, I'm excused. I didn't make no request to be excused. That's a bona fide, flat out lie. And did it through the United States Postal Service. That's fraud. Trying to administer a man. It was addressed to the man, not to the fiction. Handwritten in pen, the only name on the card, Honorable, I question that, Lynn something Boudet. That's treason, Judge Boudet. We're going to be coming for you too. Kalkaska County Prosecutor Mike Perot. He quit his job, lickety split. He's been living free all this time. He should be in prison. He had no problem putting all kinds of people in prison. He had no problem lying to me and trying to put me in prison for the rest of my life. So, no mercy at this point. So we're going hard. So I do got this. I absolutely got it. It's so simple. It's so easy. And so we'll have more updates on that as they come along, right? I'm feeling real good about it. So I'm not sure what else to say right now, except God's winning. All you good people doing good work. Share this information. Talk about it. Write about it. Own it. Americans, you got immunity. I want you to picture this because I've asked a fella to create it for me for a thumbnail for these videos and also for an advert. So just try and picture this. Here be the advert, right? And you got a person, a man, and over here you got a judge, and it's a split screen. Oh, a man and a judge, slave, master. Now up here, you're going to have 12 people, and then one, and it's going to say, judge is one of the people. See, that's a big difference. If you are ever standing in front of a judge and there's no jury, you're in administrative court. If you're standing in front of a judge and it's a jury trial, you're in administrative court. That jury doesn't decide the law. That jury doesn't decide the restitution and the punishment. The judge does. No, that's not right. You see, that's like you got a company, you got you had something happen. So, the foreman, whatever, he got drunk on the job and he forgot and something happened and, somebody got hurt and whatever. They bring him in, they reprimand him, right? Well, this is what they're doing to you, but it's your business. You own it. You can't be you can't be subservient to your servants and have any dignity. So once you understand it, and it's a tough one. It's a tough mental block because it's been ingrained from day one, from your first breath. All right. Hey, we got somebody saying they're talking about it on the Ham and CB radio. That's good. And that's what I said earlier. You truckers, you're traveling across the country. What better things do you have to do than get on that CB radio? I know a lot of you local drivers, you don't have them anymore. You just use your cell phones. But you over the road guys, you got the CB radios. I'd be talking it up. I think word can spread faster on a CB radio than it can on social media. And you truck drivers, you're Americans. You're men. Well, a lot of you are women. Well, you're all men, male and female. All right. I really didn't get myself in trouble there, did I? You're a credit to this country. You're independent, a lot of you. Own it. So I apologize for being late. I had a technical issue. I made a mistake. I think I got that corrected. And so blessings on y'all. Own your immunity, own your authority, hold your servants to account. All right. Love y'all. Peace out. We'll be back soon.